The home canning kit is a wonderful way to expand on using your pressure cooker. You can get berries that are in season or fruits that are in season and can them. It also lets you control the nutritional value of your food. There's no additives, no preservatives, because you don't put any additives or preservatives into the product. So that just makes it that much better.
There are two methods for home canning. One is the boiling water method. The other is pressure canning, which we will demonstrate today.
Fagor makes a 10-quart pressure cooker, which goes to 15 pounds of pressure. And that assures that you're going to go above 240 degrees, which is going to sterilize the product. And that's really what we're concerned about with home safety, that we sterilize the product and make sure that there's no traces of botulism or anything that can make you sick. First thing we need to get started is a 10-quart Fagor pressure cooker. Fagor makes several different models. All of these pressure cookers work with the home canning kit available from Fagor as well. The kit contains a specially designed rack which fits 4-pint jars, which are available in just about any food store, a jar lifter to remove the jars once they're hot and they've been processed, a magnetic lid lifter so you don't have to stick your hands in that nice hot boiling water, a stainless steel funnel and a stainless steel ladle to fill the jars with, a bubble freer, which is going to be very important to make sure that we remove all the air from the jars. And then once our food is processed, we'll use the wrench to help loosen the jar lids and take them off. And then the jars are ready for storage. All this information is going to be available in your home canning book, which is included in the kit. It contains step-by-step directions in English and in Spanish. It has all the recipes that we're going to do today, as well as a bunch of new recipes that you're really going to want to try. So let's get started. The first thing that we need to do is sterilize the lids and jars. Here's my pot of boiling water. In go the screw bends, tops, and the jars. Now that the jars and lids have boiled for 10 minutes, I'm going to remove them. I'm going to remove the water carefully. Nice firm grip when we take the jars out. Now I'm going to remove the rack. And using the magnetic lifter, the lids come out. Now that the jars have cooled, we're ready to fill them with the bolognese sauce that we've already made. We start by using the funnel. It fits right on top. I'm going to add my bolognese sauce. And it's very, very important here that you don't fill the jar all the way. This is called headspace. And recipes that are used for canning will always give you an amount of headspace because as the food heats, it expands. I then use the bubble freer. Just come right around the edge, making sure that all the air is out. Wipe the jar. Make sure that there's no food and that I'm going to get a nice tight seal. I take the lid, I put it right on top. And then I take the screw band and put that on top. Now I don't want to tighten this too much. If I tighten it too much, the air can't escape and I won't get a good seal. However, it can't be so loose that the lid will move and food will get underneath. I'm going to finish doing this with the other jars and then we'll be ready to process it. There's about 3 to 4 inches of water in the bottom of the pot. That's all that you need. And we put on the lid. Each recipe has a different amount of processing time. This recipe, for example, takes about 60 minutes. The timing doesn't start until the pressure indicator is risen. After processing for 60 minutes, we're going to use the natural release method to let the pressure come down, and then we're going to release the lid and take the jars out. Once we take them out, we allow them to cool. After 24 hours, it's very important that you check the seal. The way that you check the seal is by taking the lid and making sure that there's no movement. Then you make sure that it's bowed down and that you don't hear a popping sound when you press it. If for any reason the jar is not properly sealed, you can reprocess it within the next 24 hours and be able to still use the item. Now we're going to make the spicy seafood sauce. I'm going to start by cutting up a mango. It'll come down the outside, right around the outside of the pit. We're going to just give this a nice, quick little dice. And all these ingredients are going to be added into the pot. I've already cut some papaya that we're going to add in. That's why this recipe is so nice. Everything goes in at once. Now we're going to cut a little bit of a jalapeno. We don't want to use the seeds because that's the hottest part of the jalapeno. And take them across. And again, these go right in. In order to do the orange, cut down one side, we cut down the other side. This gives you a nice stable base to work from. I'm going to come on the outside of the orange and cut away. Follow this all the way around. And remove the segments. Now we always want to do this on a cutting board so that any liquid that we have left over we can add into our sauce. These get added into the pot as well. And then I take the orange itself, which still has a little bit of membrane, and I hold it and squeeze. And all that nice liquid comes in there. Some ginger, a little bit of lime juice, pineapple juice, a little bit of white vinegar, and we're going to season with some salt. We're going to move over to the stove, turn the flame on, bring it to a boil, and let it simmer for 20 minutes. We bring it over, and we're going to follow the same procedure that we did last time. Ladle out the sauce. Remember again that we need to leave headspace here. That means that there's a little bit of room at the top. The headspace for this is 1 inch. Use the bubble freer, get rid of any excess air. Make sure that you wipe the jar so it's nice and clean to get a good seal. Put on your lid, and then the screw band. Screw band, remember, should be firm but not too tight. Then it goes in here. We're going to fill the other jars, and then we're going to get ready to process the sauce for 40 minutes. Now that we have the jars filled, we're going to bring them over to the pressure cooker just as we did before. Again, we have 3 to 4 inches of water. We're going to put the lid on. And remember, we're not going to start the cooking process until the pressure indicator rises. That's when we're going to start our timing. I know I've given you a lot of information today, but there's 3 points that you have to make sure that you remember. The first one is that you need to sterilize all of your equipment. That includes the jars, the lids, and the screw bands. Next, you need to adhere to the recipe. Whatever the timing is, you start the timing when we reach high pressure and make sure that you continue to cook through that time. The last thing is to ensure that you have a proper seal. Once the jars have cooled, press down in the middle, make sure that you don't hear that popping sound and that the lids are completely concave. Today you've seen how versatile your Fagor pressure cooker and home canning kit can make all of your meals. Here at Fagor, we hope that you enjoy many great meals with your Fagor pressure cooker and home canning kit. Another important point is that all Fagor pressure cookers come with a 10-year warranty, so you can be sure that Fagor stands behind all of its products.
And remember, Fagor America's pressure cookers are fast and exceptionally efficient. Fagor is committed to preserving the environment, saving energy, and developing efficient products that consume less energy and save you money. You can contact Fagor at Fagor America Incorporated, Post Office Box 94, Lyndhurst, New Jersey 07071, or call us at 1-800-207-0806. We can also be reached by email at info@fagoramerica.com. To order accessories, parts, or to learn more about our products, please visit our website at www.fagoramerica.com. You can also find delicious recipes on our website. This video is for educational